Welcome back, guys, to another video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day or an amazing night. Today's video is going to be quick and simple, actually. It's going to be showing you the best where to grind. Easiest spot to grind, right? Easiest to farm up XP, especially if it's ×2 XP weekend. You got to take advantage of that because it's pretty damn useful. Right, so the first place that I would highly recommend is right here, Jejun Island or map, whatever you want to call it. Right, this area right here is the best place to freaking farm levels or whatever you're grinding for. It's the best area. If you don't want to grind dungeons, another way is to grind dungeons. But we'll get that. We'll get to that later on. But best way is to come right here to Jejun map and grind whatever you gotta grind, right? So, because of this map has four boss right next to each other. Excuse me, that was my alarm. Yeah, this map has four bosses right next to each other. So, if you want to start near the what's it called, ramen shop, yeah, near the ramen shop. Hold up. Right, so you want to come to this ramen shop right over here. You turn right, right, then you take another right, and then you're gonna find this scroll right over here, right over here. Right, so I'll even defeat them in the process, mostly. All right, so right here, right over here is a boss, and they're pretty easy once you have the Apollo Sand and am I bugging? Was I stunned? Oh, I'm stupid. I don't have it equipped. I'm stupid. I don't have it equipped. But, hold up. But yeah. So they're pretty easy once you have the Apollo Sand and Shadow Bloodline equipped. They're pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. And if you have the Earth element, it's also pretty easy too. It makes your life hella easy because they do a lot of damage. These moves right here. I gotta wait for the cooldown. You can just move them, like unequip them and move them to a different slot, but I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy, right? That's the first boss right over here. Okay, maybe we won't defeat the bosses because it might take a little too long. But yeah, one boss is right here. Now, you don't have to walk that far. You'll find another boss right here. Another boss right here, which is the Gentel, beast, first generation, right over here. Click that, and then boom, that's two bosses. Like while you wait for the cooldown, you just move on to the next boss. And right next to this one, right over here, next to this rock right there, climb up here, you'll find the sand crawler boss right over here. Now this one takes the longest. It takes 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes. But while you defeat this one, the other bosses should already be ready for you to fight again. From the sand crawler, there's another boss right near each other. Not kind of far, but not far at the same time. Drop from this rock, follow this path right over here, and then in this little corner right here, there'll be another boss right here. So, boom, Sengoku, click that, and you fight it, and you should have gained a lot of XP from fighting these four bosses, especially if it's ×2 weekend. Like it keeps you busy. While you wait for this cooldown, you go back to the first boss you defeated because the cooldown or the timer should have been ended, and you should be able to fight again. So it's pretty easy. So one of the best maps is the June Islands. That's the map I've been using to farm it. Pretty easy, hella easy. All right, so the next map you want to grind for is Mount Makai, whatever you want to call it. It's this map right over here. Public server or private server, but obviously I would recommend private server because nobody is gonna bother you. All right, guys. Once you spawn in, you gotta find these two toad balls right over here somewhere. You just gotta find them. It's kind of hard to navigate over here because everywhere it looks the same. But yeah, you'll find these two toad bosses right next to each other. One over here, all right, and then to the right of it, past this wall, you'll find another one. The other squirrel right there, and boom, right here. You'll be farming two bosses right next to each other, so it's pretty easy. Now, one thing, the times 2 XP event doesn't work in this map. It's a little buggy, but I hope they fix that. So, yeah, I wouldn't right now. For right now, I wouldn't recommend it because it doesn't. It's a little buggy, but it still gets the job done. Now, the next place is Shendai Valley, I believe that's the name of it. Hold up. Yeah, Shendai Valley right here. You do need to be level 800 though. So once you're 800 and up, just spawn over here. The other places, I believe there's no level requirement, so you can just come here, make it easy for yourself to get to level 800 to go to Shendai Valley. That's another great place to farm. Once you spawn in Shendai Valley, you're gonna find these two statues, right? You come to this big ass rock right in the middle of them. You know, just follow the water. Come on here, right? Come to this big ass rock, and then to that little island over there. You're gonna fly there, and then there's gonna be one scroll right over here, right? You can defeat them. Now, again, these bosses are pretty easy if you have the right tools and moves to beat them. Now, from here, you're gonna go around this big ass rock, right? Go around it. In the back, there's gonna be two scrolls, and I believe you can see them. Right, one right over there, and one right over there. Right, yeah, right over there, and one right over there. Now, another great map to farm because there's 3 bosses right next to each other. So after you defeat one boss, you go to the other one, and then boom. While you wait for the cooldown or the timer, you just go on to the next boss till you just repeat the cycle. And then from obviously right there, you turn left or right, whichever one you're looking for. Wait, right? If you look, yeah, left or right if you're looking, you know. So, fly over there, and you'll see a scroll right there. Pretty easy. Excuse me. You'll find it pretty easy. Yeah, those are the 3 best areas to grind, in my opinion. That's what I've been using to grind everything. Now the other one, obviously, the other place you could go is to dungeons, but I guess that's another video for another time if you guys would like that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.